Hi everybody, it's Johnny with City Folk Gardening. It's been a while since I've done a video. Just been really busy with work, and hate to say, but I've actually let my garden be neglected over the last 4 weeks and that. I mean, it's still growing, looking healthy, some parts of it. My tomatoes, the blight got to them, but I trimmed them yesterday. I'll show you here in a minute, and they're still producing, so I'm gonna let them go. But this tomato here was a red Brandywine that I planted from seed, and I'm just pulling it out now because it just wasn't doing very good. But I kind of figured out maybe why it just quit doing so well. And as you can see, I have it here in a big planter, but I started to pull this out, and I was amazed that you can see that the whole thing is the root system. Like, that's amazing how big that planter is. And planting, putting in there from seed and stuff, that it took up that much room. And I think that's why it stopped growing. It started off really well, and then I just think it ran out of room. I mean, that's amazing that that whole thing is the root system. I mean, look at that. Look, there's no dirt left. That all came out together. That's a pretty impressive root bulb, I'd say. I mean, that's at least 15 inches. It's pretty impressive. That's why I figured I'd grab my camera and do it. Every year I have something that amazes me, and I just never put it on film. So since I got you guys on film here, I might as well just go. You can see my peppers still doing well, producing. Just constantly keep picking. That was the tree tomato that I grew. It just kind of came to a standstill too. I'm thinking that when I go to pull that, I just think that whole barrel's gonna be a root system, and I just think that's what happened. It actually needed more room. That's why I always say, you just have to, if you want very big tomatoes, you just have to put them in the ground. I mean, that's at least in I'd say a 35, almost 40-gallon container. And I honestly believe it just stopped growing because of that. I think the same problem as I had in the other one. So, go over here, show you my other tomatoes. That's the Mamma Mia. It just got so big, it actually just fell over. There's just so many peppers on it, and I just haven't came out and picked any of them. And I mean, these are just massive peppers, I'm sorry. And then you go back in there, I mean, there's just, like I said, I haven't been in the garden for about a month. I mean, just everything. There's just so many. Cajun bells. Them are my chilies. I mean, there might be 100 or so on that plant. Hot bananas. Now, I've been pulling stuff from here. I just haven't really been able to come out. And then let me show you something. I showed you a video earlier about a groundhog that I captured. Well, she must have had some babies, because I have another groundhog problem, and I don't really care now. The carrots are done, but as you can see how they snipped the whole tops of them. Haven't touched my lettuce yet. I'm really surprised by that. Come down here. I've already pulled a couple pepper plants and stuff that wasn't doing very well. Just started to die out. Like I said, it just didn't get to water them, but as you can see, the ones though, 95% of them are still here, and they're just full. I mean, there's just peppers everywhere. Just kind of went crazy on me, and Haven't got a chance to get out here till last night. Come out here to my tomatoes and they look pretty bad, but I trimmed them all off, and I mean, there's still some big tomatoes on there, and they'll grow. And it's been very hot for some reason here in Pennsylvania. It was actually 92 degrees today. The weather's been really up and down, rain for about a week straight. But if you come in here, my famous Italian Genoveses that I just love to grow. I mean, that one is huge. I mean, them are all just nice size. I mean, you can see that's big. So I trimmed all the blight off except for, I guess I messed up in there. But they're still growing, so I'm gonna let them grow and get what I can get from what I already paid. And then there's a nice one down there, real big one. Onions, as you can see, the spaces are missing from me pulling them, and they're still growing, so I'm letting them in. Come over here, here's my big Zac. Haven't really got to trim this one yet. I will after this video, but you can see it got a lot of nice big tomatoes on there. I mean, that one's really big. And then my wall over here, which was 2 pole beans and a cherry tomato, which once again, as you can see, this right here, this is actually the top of the cherry tomato. It grew up to that, which is about, I would say, about 9 feet. And then I just didn't get a chance to stake it or none. I'd had to build something on the shed. But it just, I turned it and made it start coming back down. So, as you can, this is probably about 2.5 feet from the ground. So if I actually had staked this, I'm gonna say that was close to at least 18 feet. Same with the pole beans. They just went crazy. I haven't picked them. There's just beans everywhere. Most of them are probably probably too big. These aren't bad, these are nice and thin. But when they get real big and bulky, they just don't taste very good. But this plant is huge. And come down to the Roma. I mean, I've already picked a lot off of this one, and there's at least another 30, 40 on there. So, that's an update. Sorry guys, I didn't keep up on my garden this year. Just got too busy with work, and that was it. But, I mean, it's still going. Still producing. So, gotta be thankful for that. I mean, it's just so colorful. That's so beautiful to look at. All the different colors of the peppers and that. Alright, well, thanks for watching.